One fear a lot of people have that's just wrong about starting a business is when they niche down, they will not make as much money. For instance, you are selling clothes and you think if I just stick to corporate wears, I will not make as much money. So you want to sell corporate wear, casual wears, this other one, the other one. You want to do everything. So everybody that reach out to you, you'll be the one to answer them. Now, one of the things that you don't understand is this. You would eliminate yourself from the high quality customers, because high quality customers, they want people that are professional in that particular thing. For instance, if you want a wedding dress, who would you most likely patronize? One lady that does wedding dress, ankara, shirt, t-shirt, trouser, men and female wears. For people don't even need at all, male, female wears, everything. And then this person that only does wedding dresses, who would you most likely patronize? If you want quality, expensive wedding dress, you most likely patronize this person. Now, guess who will come here? All the people that want cheap wedding dresses, all the people that they want to pay 150K for a wedding dress. That was that will come here. Why this one will be charging 9 million, 10 million, 5 million for a wedding dress? And then this person will still be complaining about how he or she is not making any money from the clothes they are making. So you need to niche down to create yourself and position yourself as a professional in that space. So niching down will also open you to so many audiences. One of the things it helps is you know your customer to the T. You know that, oh, the people that patronize me, they are like this, they are this tall, they are this particular size, they are like this, they are like the other thing. You know exactly who your customer is. You can now further create a product or more product to fit those people. So niching down does not reduce your customer base. It actually increases this in a weird way, because now you know exactly who you are dealing with. You can now have more products that will suit that same type of customer. So niching down will only increase how many people are patronizing, not the other way. And one thing that happens when you're trying to attend to everybody, trying to sell to everybody, is you would be so spread up apart that it will be hard for you to deliver quality. How many people have met all those people that do everything? They are bricklayer, they are plumber, they are also electrician. Sometimes they also do tailoring on the side. Notice how they never have money. They always are always not available. Because why? Why you are calling them, come and fix my plumbing? They are in someone else's house doing electrical work. And guess what? The electrical work is shit, plumbing work is shit. All the things they now do are low quality. So what happens again? You can't patronize them again, because why? When you patronize them the last time, you didn't get good quality service, so you can't do more business with them. So niching down does not hold you back from having a lot of customers. In fact, it does the opposite. It does open you to a lot of customers, but a lot of specific customers, because you are good. This, if you look at TV stations now, you notice that stations that are niche down get more audiences. Like Africa Magic Epic. You know, when you open that channel, you watch just Africa Magic. Who do you think has more viewers? Africa Magic Epic or AIT? AIT does everything. If you want cartoon, AIT has. If you want TV show, they have. If you want American movie, they have. If you want Nigerian movie, they will. But who do you think gets more attention and gets more viewers? African Magic Epic. Why? When you go there, you know exactly what you are looking for, and you know exactly what you are going to get. If you are a child, which one would you prefer? Cartoon Network or Silverbird? Definitely Cartoon Network, because you just see that all you do is watch cartoons all day. So make sure that you niche down so that you can get more people like your people. That way you'll be known for something, not just known for anything. So whenever they think about that particular thing you are niche down to, they will think about you. Whenever you think about this thing, they think about you. Whenever you think about that particular niche, you will come first. There will be no debate. And it's better to be number one at one thing than to be number 1032 at 200 different things. The number one at one thing will always beat the other guy that is just somewhere mixed in the crowd. So you need to make sure, find your niche as early as you can and double down on it. The next major thing you need to know is you have to hire people. You have to hire people, and you have to let them do their work. See, we can do so many videos just on hiring and getting people to work in your business, but I'm just going to focus on the need for it. One of the major things I've noticed employers have is that they have this fear that everybody is going to run away with their money. And it's so ridiculous because a lot of time that's actually not the case. And the reason why it keeps happening to you, I know you now you're jumping up and down, but this person stole my money, that other person stole my money. Let me explain. It keeps happening to you because you don't have the right system in place. Once you have the right system in place, you will reduce it to a very, very tangible size where most of the time everything is on check. So you need to be able to trust people. Not no one person can build a forest. You need people to work with you. You need to be able to trust them. You need to be able to work with them effectively. You need to consistently make sure that you are also paying well. This was we'll have to do another video. We'll put a link. Once the video is, I'll put a link here so that you can watch a whole video on time. Now, the paying well, you have to make sure you're giving them money. Personally, there's this thing people do that I find very funny. You gather people, now come and give them motivational talk, and then you say we are one family, and because we are one family we should work and care ourselves. And then when it's time to share money you will not remember your actual family members, because those are the people that get money from the business. You and your family members, why the people that are working, their own is we have family, let's work together, let's make sure. You can't deceive people. Even if you try and deceive people, you can't deceive people for long. It will take you to be a very good con artist for you to deceive people long term. Pay people what they are worth, pay them what their contribution is, negotiate as much as possible. I'm not saying don't just go and be dashing money out. It does not automatically correlate to each other. Make sure you pay people what they are worth. And if you are not able to pay, have communication on how exactly you are going to compensate for those shortfalls. So there are a lot of clever ways of getting people to work for you without necessarily always paying. Is okay, what if we make a deal that once you give this, I give you this bonus? It's one of the things we did in the early days where we had lower salaries but high bonus. So we discussed with everybody that we can't pay you what you're worth, but see, if you do bring this, we'll make money, we'll be able to give you this bonus, that bonus, that bonus. And then that way we're able to keep quality people to stay with us for a longer time, because why? We're willing to give bonus. At some point we gave as much bonus as giving out shares in the company, which is something you should really consider. If you really need a key person to come in and you can't afford them, give them shares in the company. It won't cost you much now, but later they would also make a good money when the company gets to the level it's supposed to get to. So make sure that you actually open your mind to it and you know how to handle it. Another thing people I feel like I needed to know early on is setting expectation when I hire people. That before, when I started, was hell. I could not talk. So it was a thing where it's something that was happening to me at the time. I did not know how to address conflict in a non-confrontational way. So the only way I knew how to address when there's issues with my staff was shouting. So I come and every day I'm shouting, shouting. And it's very common with Nigerian businesses. A lot of Nigerian employers wish they were allowed to slap their employees because they feel like if they can just let me slap this person will be able to do the work I want him to do. And many times I kind of see their frustration. It's lack of relationship skill, because most of them grew up in a very toxic environment. Like me, my environment I grew up was very toxic. In my family, if you have disagreement, you fight it out. That's how I grew up. It's a very simple deal. If I say 2 plus 2 is 3, and you say 2 plus 2 is 4, and we argue, and we cannot reach any agreement. This was when there was no Google. There's no Google to ask. So how we do it is we fight. If I win, 2 plus 2 is 3. If you win, 2 plus 2 is 4. And that argument will be settled forever. So, but in reality, you can't actually do that. You can go home and slap the people in your house, but when you're at work, you can't slap people. And also, you can't go around shouting at people too. So you need to understand how to communicate your problems and your frustration in a non-confrontational way. One book that really helped me with this is How to Win Friends and Influence People. Oh, that book was a lifesaver. Around that period, I had hired my first employees. This was like 8 years ago. I had 2 people. One of them was doing really well, and another was doing terribly. The guy that was doing really well, I was paying him less. I was paying him about 8K a month. Please, yeah, don't look at the money. They were students. I was a student too, and they only worked at night. They only work from 9 to 12 at night. Another day I'll tell you what that business is about, but let's focus on the salary. Then the other guy, I was paying him 10,000 naira, and the ROI was not doing well, and I was frustrated. I kept shouting at this guy over and over and over with no result. Because why? You don't just shout at people and then it works out. You have to be able to effectively communicate. Then I read the book How to Influence and Influence People, and it changed the game entirely. Even when I wanted to fire him, it made it so easy for me to do it. Because why? I was able to effectively communicate my reason for firing him. Oh, see, I think this. I don't think it's this. I think it's this. And it was smooth. It was painless. Even though I personally went through a lot. I know it sounds weird for you that are firing someone say you went through a lot. It took me a month of my stomach rumbling to finally have the courage to do it. But when I did it, it was worth it because I knew exactly how to communicate. So it's not just by screaming at everybody. Once you learn how to build a team, once you learn how to communicate, it will make it worthwhile because when you bring in the right people into your business can now grow. If you are looking at growing, that's the only way you can do it. There's no other hack for one person to build a very big business. If you like this video, if you enjoyed this video and you learned a lot from it, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Thank you very much. See you on the next video.